Hello. Hello, everyone.
Happy Tuesday, everyone.
Happy Tuesday. RItmo TV, once again on our RItmo channel here with Carrie Fragolti and yours truly, Ali Soltani. Today is very hot in Los Angeles.
It is. It's hot and humid and a little windy. Fire season, they like to call
Exactly. We're live both on Instagram Live and Facebook Live.
Right.
On our Instagram, we're actually going to have a special guest in a couple of minutes. Susie Wheldon, Sebastian Wheldon, and Oliver Wheldon on June 9th.
And we're just
now.
Hi, Susie. How are you?
Hi, Susie.
Hi, Sebastian.
And hi, Oliver.
Say hi. Hi.
Hi.
Can you guys see okay? Is this all right?
This is good. Yeah, maybe your camera and I see the trophies. Lots of trophies in there.
I'm just. Let me adjust this real.
No problem. I have no trophies behind us. We got flowers.
Yes.
Well, I know you guys have a great. You're outside enjoying all the beautiful weather in California, huh?
Exactly. Oliver and Sebastian, this is your coast-to-coast TV channel.
That's right. Thank you for joining us, and thanks for repping your RItmo already. You got your baseball hat on.
I know. I have the one that we did for Dan a few years ago.
So am I.
Really special.
I'm wearing the Dan.
I know. We're matching.
Matching. Exactly. But and I'm just being.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's our pleasure. Thank you for taking time. I know the boys have a busy schedule, which means you have a super busy schedule.
Yeah.
I know. My job is just to keep up with them, I think, right? So, it's just been busy times and kind of crazy times, and figuring out kind of some kind of routine in this new normal, I guess. We were homeschooled for a couple months, as, everybody was across the country. So I feel like we've been in the summer mode almost for more than just the last few weeks,
Right.
That's what my son was asking me, what are we doing for summer? I'm like, it's been summer. Now we're going into winter.
That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. I know. It's just, we've kind of tried to have a bit of a routine when they actually were doing their schoolwork, but, it's hard when they're home and they get antsy, they want to be outside and all of that. So we finished up, I think it was, when was it, end of May? Yeah, Memorial Day, which would have been the Indy 500.
That's right.
That's right. Now the Indy 500 is probably where it was supposed to be. I had heard it's going to be in August, but I've heard some rumors, and I think you already said you may have heard some rumors. It may now be in October.
Yeah, I heard that too just recently, because I think, for Indy, it's like what makes that such a special place, or one of the reasons why it's such a special place, is the fans and just feeling all that energy from the fans that attend. And, as I think it's the biggest single day sporting event in the world. And so to not have the fans there would be really weird. So I'm hearing that maybe, Mr. Penske, who obviously acquired the Speedway and the IndyCar Series, has said maybe not wanting to do anything unless
I agree. I think we need the fans there. I should make a shout out. We got Connor Daly, who's just joined us on Instagram on your account. So boys, as you see your friends, just
I know.
Shout out.
I'm so blind here, right? I'm so far away, but I'm sure I think some of the boys' racing friends are going to join. They've been also keeping busy outside of racing now. That's just kind of started to open back up.
Hi, Kat.
Oh, there's Kat. Hi, Kat. They've been playing a lot of Fortnite too, so we have a lot of competition going on with outside racing. So with Fortnite, but we're keeping busy for sure.
That's right. Well, it gives us pleasure to have this time to be able to do what we're doing with you. We started RItmo TV about a couple of weeks ago because we noticed, obviously, we can't travel, we can't go to events, but we are inviting people like yourselves, friends of the brand who've been with us for a long time, to join us and to give the world what's going on.
Yeah,
great
way to connect with people.
There's some of their friends from Fortnite.
Until then,
hey. Yeah, it's I think everybody's had to kind of pivot and kind of you know, come up with creative ideas to keep people engaged and to, you know, during these crazy times for sure. You know, we're seeing things reopen a little bit here in St. Pete. I should say we're in Florida. We're obviously way across the coast from you guys, or you know, on opposite side of the country. But you know, things are starting to open up a little bit for us here, which is nice, and you know, racing on top of that. But I can imagine it's been difficult. Are things starting to open up over there for you guys?
Gradually, the things are opening up, fortunately for everybody. And as you said, it's a new normal, and we'll adjust accordingly. So I heard, I know that Oliver just won his first kart race, right?
Since moving up to the next division,
Next level.
Since
So
moving
how does that feel, Oliver?
Oliver,
Good.
Yeah.
Oliver, how old are you?
Yeah, tell it, because not everybody knows your ages, so you gotta.
How old are you, Oliver?
I'm 9 years old.
You're 9 years old. And when did you first start racing? Do you know how old you were?
Okay, I was 5.
5 years old. Wow. That's very, very cool.
And Sebastian, how old are you?
I'm 11.
You're 11. All right. So you just turned 11, right?
Yeah.
Recently,
sort of.
exactly.
yeah.
And you've been racing. Now,
yeah, I've been practicing and racing. I've been practicing with my little bro here, and been having a great time on the track, off the track, and it's been a wonderful time in the quarantine.
Yeah, in the quarantine. Yeah.
I know.
that's right. But you guys, I know we scheduled this for today because on Instagram Live, because you guys are going to Orlando for some races starting tomorrow. Or is it the next day?
Tomorrow.
All right.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's been nice. We've been doing some local racing in Orlando because all the tracks have been different in terms of when they've been opening. So we were in Orlando a couple weeks ago, and now it's actually going to be the first weekend that the boys are racing in the same class together.
Oh, my goodness. That's great. So how do you guys feel about racing against each other?
He's slow.
Oh.
He's slow. Oh, all right.
He's
Some
usually
competitive.
second, so second, first.
It's good to have some competition amongst siblings.
Yeah, it's all now the smack talking starts, right? Oh, so he's going to show you some of his trophies, I think.
That's what we want. That's what we want to see.
I have this one.
Hi, Beza, on Facebook.
Oh, sorry, Mom.
Okay.
I have this one. It's when I went from 9th to 1st in the pre-final, and I finished 1st in the final. So this one was hard to win.
Amazing.
So
yeah, we had a good start to the season, and then things kind of went on hold with Corona. But the boys did really well. Oh, and here comes Oliver with all his things.
These are my, like, when you get, like, first in races, these are, like, tickets you get, and I have one.
Awesome.
Oh, my goodness.
You have more than I do, that's for sure.
And I have $100.
Wow, right. We love those big checks.
Another 100.
Going towards the racing budget. This is all back into the racing.
And 750.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness, that is so exciting.
That's more than I got in my wallet right now. I may need to.
I know, right? I know. I'm gonna have to borrow some money from them for sure.
I have this.
Wow.
Look at all those medals.
I won the championship.
So that's in kid card. So that's the class that he first started in, the little guys.
The
so
little guys.
You know, kid card, you go to micro class and then to mini class. So
Now.
And I have the fastest lap.
Fastest.
Oh, I bet.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
That is spectacular.
And, the track was so big that we had trouble we had trouble finding the sprocket, like the right sprocket. So it was hard.
My goodness.
That's right. Well, I'm wishing.
It was 1 minute and 25 seconds long. The track.
The track.
that was in Texas, right?
Texas.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, one more and then we'll get back to it.
No, this is listen. I have absolutely no trophies to show
No,
you,
this
so
is wonderful.
nobody wants to see my trophies.
So tell us about that win.
What's that one? I don't even.
This one is.
What is that one?
This one was from the St. Pete race for the Florida Winter.
Oh, so there's like
Yes, they are.
championship one that I won.
Yeah, so there's two big championships usually like in the winter time, and a lot of people come down to Florida because obviously the weather's so great. We can race, pretty much all year round. So there's a couple. There's the SCUSA Winter Series, and then there's the Rock Cup Florida Winter Tour. So Oliver actually is the champion for micro class in both of those series. So that's why he moved up this year, so he can kind of continue to learn and develop as a driver. And being with his brother it'll be good for them to kind of learn how to work together and improve more.
Competition is healthy. Competition.
Absolutely.
You can only become better when you're racing with more advanced people and more difficult individuals. It's in any sport, you want to be with people who are better, and eventually you might not do as well, but you will get there. So
yeah,
I see a good friend of ours is online now. Darren is online.
Oh, hi, Darren.
Exactly, from Toronto. So.
Absolutely.
But
yeah, I think Darren got a couple watches. I know he had the Dan Wheldon watch. I think for sure.
yeah, Darren has it. He's actually asked if I have any more Dan Wheldons. Don't have any more except one that I'm keeping, and my own. And now. It is so, I'm just sharing the notes that people are writing for Facebook, because we're both on Facebook and RItmo Instagram. So I got to sometimes shout out on Facebook. They can't see you.
Yep. Darren says it's got a few now. Chris Nodine on Facebook says, hi, see the boys are doing well. My new favorite show. I think you guys are a hit.
Great. We love it. I think we just pop on too.
Yeah, one of my neighbors that lives down the street plays hockey here. We have sleepovers and we hang out and play Fortnite with each other.
Oh, great.
Hi, Dimitri.
Hi. Good. Shout out to all the hockey players. My little guy loves playing hockey too. We love it.
Right, exactly.
Now, this is a very important question. How does it taste to kiss the bricks at the 500? People are wondering what you're talking about. Explain it, Susie. What happens when you win the 500?
Well, the bricks to me, they taste like victory.
Like victory. Bravo.
Well said.
Now,
why don't you tell? There might be some people that don't know the history about the Indy 500 and what happens after you win the race. What are the two big things that you get to do?
So the bricks and drink the milk.
That's right.
That's right. That's all part of it. Makes that race so special for sure.
Now, it's not, within my lifetime, I hope. That's why we're working with you guys. We look forward to seeing you guys racing the 500 in 7-8 years. Right now, we have Colton Hertha, who's 18, 19, who's racing, and that is not too far away from you guys. So we're looking forward to being there and drinking milk with you guys.
Yes, cannot wait. It's exciting.
Everybody's
saying great quotes, Sebastian. I think that's going to be a winning comment from this entire live stream.
All right. Now, Dan was a watch collector. I mean, that's how we met you in 2006, 2007. And I know he had a big watch collection before RItmo. And, one of the reasons we're here and doing this live is announcing our collaboration with the designs that the boys designed. The colors, they picked out almost all the accents of the timepieces. And you guys are fashionistas, like your dad was, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dad always wore a white shoe, I remember. White Pumas. White Pumas.
He always kind of had the trendy thing going, right? That was actually one of the coolest things, is figuring out what kind of boots, he was going to have. They always made some crazy, we've got like gold, gold boots and the English flag on them, and he always loved. Yeah, I guess you can. I think they're up there. But yeah, he always loved to kind of throw his own personality into the track, you know, because obviously the drivers are there and wearing their sponsor suits. So he liked to give it his own kind of flair, and that was something that he became known for in the paddock, which was, you know, has definitely kind of trickled down to the boys, and they love kind of putting an outfit together and
3 times. Elio too, guys. People are saying, how many times has RItmo been? Oh, those are the shoes. Let me see those again.
Those are super special.
Those
Thanks for sharing those.
Yeah, those are from the 2011 Indy 500 when Dan won. Those were the boots that he was wearing. So the boys each have kind of a little section in their desk where they have Dan's winning helmet and the little baby Borg Warner trophy, and you know, some other things that they're able to keep for their collection, their personal, you know, collection of their dad.
That's wonderful.
Yep.
Well, the watches we've designed with the boys for the audience will be ready by holiday time. Now, I know, Susie, usually if the race would have been in May, we would have had these by May for the 500. You have a foundation. Can you tell the audience what the purpose of the foundation is and why we're doing what we're doing now?
For sure, yeah. So the foundation, obviously, you know, was kind of born out of you know, just a desire to kind of celebrate Dan and to continue his legacy, and something that the boys could be a part of, and also for a way to me, for a way for me to give back to, you know, this incredible racing community that really wrapped their arms around me when everything happened with Dan's accident. And so we had our first event in 2013. And we raised funds for the Alzheimer's Association, and that's really our biggest cause connected with the foundation, because Dan's mother, Sue, was diagnosed at an early age with Alzheimer's, and so we've been able to give a lot of you know, funding back to the Alzheimer's Association. Sadly, she lost her battle probably, I think it was 3 years after he passed away. So that's something that it's really been important for me to carry on. So we've been able to we've had our 4th year was last year. We took a couple years off in between. We had 3 consecutive years, and then we did it last year. And then we were scheduled to do our 5th event the first weekend in May, and then everything kind of happened. So we're postponing till next year. But it's a really cool event, and a lot of the drivers come out, and they do a big go-kart race at Newcastle, which is right outside of Indianapolis. And a lot of our corporate sponsors join us, and they put teams together, and we're able to raise quite a bit of money for the foundation and also the Alzheimer's Association. So it's something that has been, you know, super special for us, and really great for the boys as they get older to become more involved in it.
Well, we look forward to being able to fill in the void, given that there was no event and no money raised this year.
Yeah.
With these watches. The watches, which the images are on our link. I know they're on the boys' Instagram account.
Find them on our webpage. Go and drop down under the Racer collection. You'll see Sebastian and Oliver Wheldon. Click on that, and they'll see their dedicated page.
Yeah,
So,
it's very cool, and they've been really excited.
I love. Some people are already wondering. You know, I know some people have said they have to wear 2, because one on, you know, Sebastian's on one and Oliver's on the other.
That's a great idea.
That's right. I know. How are they going to choose? They should just get both, right?
I think so.
I know people personally who bought the Dan Wheldons 5 years ago when we launched those, and they've never worn them. They've kept them kind of like in a museum. So I think collectors, memorabilia individuals, Darren can attest to that, how valuable these will come. And, you know, we'll get the boys to sign like a certificate of origin for everyone. So everybody, that's right, double wristing it. As one of your friends is writing it, double wristies. So this is a special moment, and then we're going to contribute to the boys' racing careers as a result of this. We're proud to be a small sponsor among all the other sponsors you have. I know you work for the audience. Who are some of the boys' major sponsors? And so, looking forward to seeing them.
Yeah, we've had some great partners and some really great people that have come on board to help support the boys. And Mattel with Hot Wheels obviously has been a sponsor of the boys for the last, I think we're moving into our 3rd year now, which is really cool because, I mean, what kid doesn't love Hot Wheels? And the boys have had a really fun time with that. And we've got to do some really cool things. That's actually when Sebastian, the first year, was able to take his cart to Indianapolis and kind of go along the front stretch and cross the yard of bricks and come out and kiss the bricks like his dad. So that was really cool. And so we did some other stuff last year where they kind of turned downtown St. Pete, I guess, into a race track, and the boys were able to drive their carts around St. Pete with like a police escort, and that's on their the Hot Wheels YouTube channel. But you know, just some really great partners. And then Big Machine Records, who of course was you know, a sponsor of Dan's when he won the 500 in 2011, and Scott Burchetta is just a dear friend of mine and been a great friend to the boys and such a good support. And you know,
Good people.
he's right. Yeah, great guy, and you know, he's a race guy too, and it's just been great to kind of partner with a lot of people that, you know, love racing, but also want to support the boys because of who their dad was, and we're able to kind of carry on that legacy through him as well.
Well, I think the qualities of Dan and yourself have been instilled in the boys. You know, it's Father's Day is in about 2 weeks. But, you know, I think you get a prize for being a great mother, a great father, a great everything, because it's not easy what you've gone through. I mean, if you recall when the unfortunate event occurred, I have never reached out to a lot of my celebrity friends for myself, but I reached out to Sam Jackson, to Stallone, to whomever I knew, and I said, I need something now and for the boys' future. So we're so happy to play a small role with everybody else.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no,
who's
and
out
thank
there.
you, Ashley. You know, I certainly appreciate just everything, and I think that's one of the things that has been the most special to be able to share with the boys. Just, you know, they'll obviously have to rely on other people's stories, and you know, there's a lot of footage, obviously, of Dan and his racing career and all of that. But I think for me to share with them the kind of person that he was, just by the stories that people can tell, I mean, that's so special. And you know, Sebastian and Oliver, that's the biggest part of his legacy, you know, and I think for them, as they get older, they'll understand things a little bit more. But you know, I'm proudest to be able to tell them stories about who the person that Dan was, and just the support that he got from everybody, just because of the, you know, the human he was.
He was a hero. I mean, he had a great heart. I mean, if you have a good heart, at the end of the day, we've been talking about this with all the commotion that we're going. It's not the color of your skin. It's about being a good person. I have, you know, many times when I was at a race and I had guests and I needed Dan, you know, the guests would just be, you know, in La La Land if they met Dan, and he, you know, more than accommodated us with his time, despite all his personal requirements of a racer. Because racing, which is why I love racing, is you could be with a fan, and next thing you know, you're sitting in a car going 200 miles an hour.
No other sport.
No other sport. Everybody's kind of, you know, football players, you don't really get close to them. Even basketball players, you can see them, but their interaction is not like racing. You know, one of my funniest, when Dan won, I don't know if you remember this, because, you know, my job is to get the watch on the racer who wins. So I'm often tackling the wife, the sister, you know, Elio's sister, because they're running as soon as they pass the checkered flag to go celebrate, and putting on a watch is not a priority, obviously, for them. So I'm always like tackling the wife or the sister or the father or whomever, as the case may be, and say, put the watch on, because that's when all the photographs come. So boys, I hope I'm not too old, or I'll have my kids there to run after you guys, to put the watches on you guys.
We're ready for that today.
There was a message from a few people out here asking if the watches are available right now. They are not available right now, so it's only pre-order, and once it's sold out, it's sold out.
How many are we doing? We're only doing 75 of each model, so 150 total. And maybe let's start. Sebastian, do you want to share with us? You chose a rose gold case, I believe, and some color accents. Do you want to share with us why you chose those colors? Do they have special meaning?
So the pink represents my cart color. Like, it represents my cart color and my cart. And,
yep, that makes sense.
The rose gold sort of goes with my helmet I'm getting. That Belle's gonna paint for me for my new helmet. And so yeah.
Very cool, very cool. I think that you picked color accents. They really pop. Love that they're going to coordinate with your cart and your outfit. Very forward thinking. Thank you. How about you, Oliver? You chose a black case and some bold color accents. Can you tell us about that?
The purple outside of the watch it's part of my helmet, like the color, because my helmet's purple.
Mm-hmm.
And
And that's a sharp purple. That is like a.
It is. It looks really good. I
mean, both Sebastian and Oliver's colors are going to. People who may not even be interested in racing just will fall in love with that watch because the colors are nothing we've done by ourselves over the past.
I was just gonna say that
12 years are as good as these.
Scheme. And it was such a wonderful collaboration.
Once we sell out, it's hard not to make more.
Yeah, right. I know, right? And it turned out really, really nice. And what was the other color you had?
The orange is I have orange on my helmet too, and the orange is kind of part of like my dad's car because it was orange.
That's right.
That's right. So a wonderful way to honor and remember him.
And orange is my personal favorite color. So my
I don't think I knew that. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I have a lot of orange. I like color. I mean, generally, I don't like just pure black and white. The RItmo brand has always been about fun, funkiness. And when we met Dan and even the boys, it's the character of the people. It's fun people, outgoing individuals who are not shy. We're definitely not a brand for shy people. We're not.
That's right. I think Oliver and Sebastian are the perfect fit for our brand. So, and our youngest brand ambassadors now.
That's right. And I got a lifetime agreement. So.
That's right. It's really special, and obviously, God willing, that they continue to pursue their dreams and they could be at Indy. I know that's a big dream, especially for Sebastian just to make that race, and for Oliver too, just to even start that race. It's like a huge success, So that would be a dream come true for both of them.
Well, they have the DNA.
Of course, which has got to be huge.
Oh,
sorry,
are you guys back?
You guys. Yeah, there we are.
It's one of our technical issues. We haven't had as. Listen, we're still learning, as they say.
Gosh, still learning.
Now we got tripods for our fans who've seen us.
So
we're moving up in the world.
We're going with it.
Now, guys, I want to show the fans when you win. What do you do? I mean, do you have like a dance, a victory, like high
signature move?
What happens when you're
or scream? Feel free to scream.
Yeah. What do you do with your hands? You usually you lift your hands off the. Yeah.
I guess not mine.
No. What do you do, buddy?
No.
What's the fastest you guys have driven?
I know his. His is 1 mile per hour. Mine's 70.
And these are in go-karts.
Yeah, they probably have topped out maybe about 60 miles an hour.
All right.
So that is fast.
Yeah, on the straight line speed, in the straight.
Well, in 2 or 3 years, they're going to be doing 150, 200 in the Indy Lights type of cars. How does that feel, Susie?
For me, it's. I think I've said before, it's always just been my. Not my job, but it's like I'm just kind of committed to helping them any way that I can. I'm not sure if the decision really is mine. If it's something that they want to do, of course, that I'll help them pursue their passion and their dreams. But you know, I have said it before that I do even question myself. I know there's probably outsiders and looking in that maybe question my decision, just, you know, given all that has happened to us. But I don't know. I think once you are you know, you have a love for racing and you come from a racing family, you understand it, you know, and you have a passion for it. And for them, you know, they really enjoy it, and it's something that they're good at. And I know it's something that Dan would have loved to have seen as well. And so, you know, I'm just going to support them any way that I can.
Well, we'll be there with them, and so will all your friends and fans. I know you have a great network, but at the end of the day, you're the mom and the dad in this family, and it's a lot of responsibility for me. It's personally, I've been blessed to be able to have met you and Dan and the boys, and to do this. I'm more excited than I am literally doing many other things. So this is exciting to be able to, at a young age, with boys who have passion, who have knowledge, who have drive. I personally didn't come from a racing family, so we started sponsoring IndyCar in 2006 and 7, and Dan and Elio and Milka were the first brand sponsors. Right. And so, but tell the audience how you got involved in racing. I mean,
yeah, it was kind of really on accident. I didn't really know a lot about racing, and my family had just moved to North Carolina, close to Charlotte, and so of course that's big NASCAR country there. So I actually started working for an agency right out of college, and that was in 2000, and I really just wanted to get my feet wet in some kind of PR role. So I was there for a couple of years, and then they offered me the position of PR manager for Jim Beam Bourbon, and they were one of Dan's sponsors his rookie year coming into Andretti Green Racing at the time. Now it's Andretti Autosport. But so that was his rookie year in 2003, and kind of like my rookie year, I say. I was very green.
Two rookies.
And yeah, you know, we definitely hit it off in a professional environment, but we just kind of developed a really special friendship over the years. And then I did that for 3 years, and then as he became more successful, he in 2005, of course, he won his first Indianapolis 500 and also the championship with Andretti, and then he signed with Chip Ganassi. So he asked me to come work for him, and that's directly. And so that's when I moved to St. Petersburg, to Florida, because he was living here at the time. So yeah. So then we started working together in 2006, and then kind of the rest is history, as they say.
The rest is history. The rest is a love story.
Yeah, that's right.
For another edition of RItmo TV,
that's right.
A nighttime edition. Now, I remember, you know, that we were at in Vegas, and there was a tournament that IndyCar had that was to benefit some charity, and Dan was playing blackjack on the table, and I was standing right above him taking photos. I still have photos of the table, and he was hitting on 18 and getting a 3 blackjack, hitting on 19, getting a 2 blackjack.
The crowd was surrounding
and I'm like, Dan, that's not how you play. He says, this is how you win. You know, it wasn't about playing. It was a charity event, and everybody at the table was there.
And he was just having fun, you know, as much as he was just, you know, he was very, you know, he had such an amazing work ethic on the track, and I think that's something that was respected, you know, by everybody in the paddock. And but he also knew how to have a good time, you know, and that was one of the things that I loved about him too. It's just he knew when to just, you know, let it all let
it hang, you know, let it. And that's, I think, a testament for the fans that don't know that's, you know, the characteristic and the drive of a racer. And so we're very happy about that. But once again, thank you for your time. I know there's a lot of people who've been asking questions on Facebook. I haven't been able to catch both TV live audiences at the same time.
I'm trying to pick up some of the comments here too. I see, there's Darren. He was like with my maiden name, Miss Young Bam in 2003. Oh, geez. These are all the people that knew me before I got here.
We got, yeah, let's
Do
see.
you guys have nicknames for each other, bros?
Seabass and Ollie. His is Sea Biscuit.
Sea Biscuit. And Oliver, what's yours?
He calls me Ollie.
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 I've been called that too.
I like that.
Yeah,
I've been called Ollie too, with an A.
that's right.
Ollie.
Yeah.
Ollie.
How many watches do each one of you guys have? I know a couple of times we've met.
I'll go get mine.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
These guys
They
probably
have
have a
a
bigger.
few, actually. I think we also we have, because Marco Andretti is also an ambassador. You've done a special edition watch for him.
Yeah,
as
here's
well.
actually the watch we did for
That's
Marco.
right. He likes Marco likes
exactly.
color too.
Yeah.
Ah, you got it.
I remember I got this in a hotel.
Well, when we did the charity event at Indianapolis.
That's right.
We were downtown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Quantum 2.
That's a beautiful, and that orange color, that popular orange color that we all love.
And you have the Marco Andretti version.
And your Marco Andretti, that's super special.
All right, now Marco has to collect yours.
Got some competition.
I know, right?
This one's my dad's.
That's the Dan Wheldon. That's like,
That's right.
now timing and racing go hand in hand, not
That's
just
right.
us, but many other watch brands.
That's right.
We've focused on IndyCar. Yep, that's the DW.
Yeah.
And then,
Thank you guys for sharing those.
And you got a Quantum 2 in rose gold.
and
All
then
right.
That's my favorite color right there. That looks like one of your mom's, huh?
No, that's the
Yeah.
Piccolo Data.
Yeah.
Piccolo Data.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
So they're little collectors already, starting them young.
Do you guys, do either of the boys wear white shoes when they drive?
Not when I don't know. You haven't really had
I'm obsessed with white.
any plain white boots, but they've had kind of a combination of red and white. And
Wait, for boots?
but for racing boots, you mean? And they're street shoes. They do. I'll
Yeah,
admit it.
street
So
shoes, yeah,
they're
racing
either-
shoes.
Yeah, and they're racing shoes, not completely white, but they've had a couple, white and red or whatnot. Oliver with just his street shoes, he likes to get white shoes, but they're so hard to keep clean. I'm like, no more. I'm like, he wears it one time. And I'm like,
So true.
that's it.
Bleach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bleach is meant for shoes, not for drinking.
That's right. That's right.
That's good. Well, thank you so much to you, to the boys, on behalf of myself, Terry, my
myself.
family.
So wonderful.
We are so happy.
I know, it's really great to catch up with you guys. I think it's, the world kind of stopped there for a little bit, and it's nice to kind of interact and just, get back to kind of some kind of normalcy. So it's really great. And obviously with them going to Orlando this weekend to race and getting back in it, it's been really nice.
Yeah, but boys, to the fans from RItmo, follow
Yes.
Sebastian and Oliver. We've been tagging them.
Yes,
So please follow them and follow their racing career today, tomorrow, and
Yep.
for the future.
And pre-order your watches today.
So
That's right.
actually what I'm going to do is,
Yep.
this is a special strap that I made for myself.
Oh, it's kind of like a tie-dye, very
It's like
popular
a
right
colorful,
Very cool.
this is a strap that I made, and I only have one for myself, but whoever
Yeah.
orders any of the Sebastian or Oliver watches, I'll throw in one of these when we ship you the watch. So
now. Oh, fantastic.
That's awesome. Thank
because
you.
it's a cool color,
Yeah, there's a lot.
and we'll get the boys to sign the certificate of origins for each one of the watches. So the collectors out there, start collecting. Place your bets, as they say.
Absolutely.
out
We're
there.
excited. We're just so appreciative, and we're excited for the opportunity, and we're excited to see how it goes. And
Well, we're here to support you at all the races, from go-kart to
thank you.
lights to IndyCar to Formula
Thank you.
One. I mean, wherever the racing may take you, we are
Yes.
there.
Thank
We
you
are
so
there,
much.
and people have to recognize that no pain, no gain. If you don't put the time, the dedication, and the hard work that racers do,
Mhm.
understanding the track, understanding the aerodynamics of the car, understanding the competition, the challenges that are involved in racing, and only one can win. One can win. We're looking for pole positions for both the boys and podium finishes for both.
That's it. And hopefully we'll have some of that this weekend for sure.
All right, share us the photos. Share with us the photos. Thank you, Susie.
Right,
Thank you for the audience on Facebook who've been listening to our conversation with Susie on Instagram Live, on the RItmo channel. And we hope to reconnect in the near future.
Thank you. And Sebastian is asking me if he can tell you, he just, I think, started a YouTube channel recently, so he wanted to let you guys know. Shout
it out. Sebastian, this is, go for us. Tell us what the channel is.
So, it's just my name, and I do like, I'm going to try to get my mom to record me doing some racing stuff and some tips to help you guys, get better if there are racing fans of whoever. So, can I look at my attention?
Well, they can find you on YouTube, I think.
Okay, so, one of the videos is a lap around Bathurst, and like the sports car track they have in the 24 Hours of Bathurst.
In the video game?
Yeah, on that video.
That's
and
beautiful.
It's just my name pretty much, just Sebastian Wheldon.
So go on YouTube, follow Sebastian Wheldon, and we're going to try to drive that audience a couple of million very soon.
That's it. There
we need a couple of shout outs from people. Let's get all the other drivers to start shouting it out.
Yeah, tell all your friends, your family. Let's support the Sebastian and Oliver.
And hopefully I'll see you when travel is possible at one of the upcoming races.
I hope so. Hopefully at Indy we can reconnect, and hopefully they we can reconvene there, and it'll be a great event, and there'll be some fans and all of that.
Exactly. Hopefully they'll find a solution for this virus and we can all move forward.
That's it. That's right. That's right.
You know, everybody be healthy. It's so hot out here. You're sitting in air. You're sitting in air conditioning. I'm sitting outside.
It looks so nice. It doesn't look like there's any humidity at all. You guys are so nice and just like, outside and the plants.
For those who are asking, I gave my own haircut. You know, I still haven't visited.
I love that.
Yeah, it's like the mirror and a scissor.
I love that's perfect. I know it's all about improvising, right? And just
exactly.
figuring out how to make it work.
It's a new world we live in, and it's fun. But we look forward to when you guys come out here next time to the West Coast. If you're going to be visiting because you work with Mattel, we hope to see you. We go to Disneyland, or we go to. I'll take you to Disneyland, which is the original Disney.
That's right.
When I moved to the States in '71, our house was literally about a block and a half away from Disneyland, and every night free fireworks. Yeah, every night you could see the fireworks. And
how cool is that?
I haven't been to Disneyland probably in about 10 years, but I've probably been to Disneyland over 150 times in my lifetime. Because we used to go left and right, all the time. And now Orlando's obviously there, and a lot of people from the East Coast go there and international.
We've been to Disney World, but the boys actually haven't been to Disneyland. So maybe the next time we're there, we'll plan a trip and we'll head up.
No, let's contact Disney. Let them sponsor us.
Yeah,
right?
go to
I know, that's right. They were in the parade. The boys were in the parade when Dan won in his second Indy 500.
Exactly.
They did a parade with him in the parade.
Yeah, we got to get them up there. What are you going to do tomorrow? Going to Disneyland.
That's right. He was so good at that stuff too, right?
Exactly. Going to Disneyland. We're going to contact people that somehow we're going to get over there. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you for all our viewers.
Thank you, Ollie.
Bye, Sebastian. Bye, Oliver. Bye, Susie. Keep living your best lives. We love you.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye, guys.